Welcome everyone to some more Maplestory. And it certainly has been a while since I played on stream. And today I'm going to be getting Lara to level 200. Because I haven't done that yet. And I said I would. And we're going to be doing that. And also something I have to point out. When I was leveling this character, because I think the last time I streamed Lara was when, like, around level 100, roughly, I think. So yeah, obviously I've been leveling, doing quests. I used a lot of EXP growth potions from the event, so that also helped me level up quickly, because the road from 150 to 180 is really, really slow, and I don't like it. And also, I did this quest line in Fox Valley, and I didn't realize, well, I should have had a feeling, that there was unique dialogue. And I realized that a second before I finished the quest, with the final dialogue from the Fox God, I think? Like I saw a line saying the child's bell, and I'm like, oh, I skipped. I was upset. So yeah, there's a unique dialogue in this quest line. So yeah. So I'm gonna slowly get started with this one. Also no sound effects until we get to level 200. Okay. Okay. It certainly has been a while since I played on stream. Give me a second. There we go. Also, on my end, I'm not wearing my headset because I was too lazy to change the headphones, so I am listening to this game with normal, like, iPhone earbuds. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing this quest, the Twilight Perion. So we could, Also, I've been doing this kind of quest so many times that I'm just going to skip through the dialogue because I don't want to see it like several more times. This is so I could do quests and get the EXP to 200 because I'm not going to grind for 2 like whole levels. Okay, it's going to take a bit. Blah, blah, blah. We've been through this, like... How many characters do I have that's over level 180? However many times that is. Anyways, while I'm doing this, I could just, like, kind of randomly talk about stuff. Okay, for starters, this stream is starting a bit later than usual, because I've been doing other things earlier today. Like, well, I got home, and I was like, I'm gonna stream immediately, but I had to do, like, some Genshin resin real quick. And that turned into using my fragile resin to grind for boss materials. And, where am I going? Oh, okay. I'm basically grinding for boss materials to ascend characters in Genshin, and at this point in Genshin, I am tired of fighting the Oceanid. I am so tired of fighting that thing in the game. Because I was ascending to my Hydro characters, so yeah. But, at the same time, I will have... Even though I'm tired of fighting the Oceanid in Genshin, I realize that once I get the one Genshin guide that I don't have, I will have to fight it again. And I'm like, Yeah, I sort of dread, that. Thankfully, well, not really thankfully. Well, thankfully I don't have the character yet, but I hope they don't have a rerun again anytime soon because I am not in the mood to fight that thing again. So yeah, that was my day earlier. Where am I going? Okay, go. Wait, nah. Buttons. I can go straight there. Oh, well, not literally, but we'll go here. Also, let me get my buffs on. Also, the mic is in the way, so I can barely see this game. Okay, there we go. Oh, and sorry if you guys hear clacking in the background. Pretty sure that's present in every single one of my streams now. I never heard this track. Okay, the thing is, I did, but it's been a while because I always played the game on mute while I watch a YouTube video in the background. Okay, blah, blah, blah. We've done this so many times. I forget how ominous some of the music is in this game. You just don't think about it. Okay, jump up. Oops. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, and also, another thing as to why the stream kind of was a little late is that, oh gosh, that's loud on in my ears. Give me a second. At least my end. I don't think it's too loud for you guys. Oh, and we get immediately teleported. Okay. Doing this quest at the same time. Okay. Please click. Go. I'll have to do this again. At least we got some EXP. Look at it. Look at that. Oh yeah, I just remembered. I stopped talking when I was trying to do that. Anyways, so yeah, another reason why the stream was late was because I had to read the new Seraph at the End chapter because I forgot that it was posted at 11 a.m. I think, EST. So, I had to read it. And I read it. It felt like I read it so quickly, though. But to be fair, part of the reason may have to do with just, like, there's less dialogue and more of, like, the fighting panels. So. Which I'm fine with. It's not, like, too bad. Is there, like, no quest? I know they changed the quest system. Like, in these areas. Yeah, there's none. Okay. yeah, and also, also obviously, my main, which is the Angelic Buster character, on my account, I have reached level 245 on that character now, on my main. And hopefully at some point, I will be doing the quest in Tenebris, which is basically part 1 of the story soon. At the moment, I'm kind of not in the mood to stream it, so it'll probably be a while before I do so. Oh, it's another... Ah, here we go. Let's do this quickly. It's free EXP. Okay, there we go. Okay, go in here. Ah, there we go. There's the quest. The quest. Anyways, what else to talk about? I don't know, part of my mind is just stuck with thinking about Genshin a little bit, but I'm like, okay, is there anything else that's not Genshin? Or something. Well, another thing is that, obviously, on my mind lately is FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy's. Mainly because I recently got... It's hard to say recent. Is this still recent if I got back into it in December or something? I don't know. Basically, the point being, I'm back in December. I literally got back into my FNAF phase, thanks to Security Breach. And, yeah, it's been a ride. And also, it's made me think I should redraw my old pictures. But I'm also like, I don't want to look at them. Like my old fan art for, like, FNAF. But I'm like, I don't want to look at it. I'm scared. I'm scared to see what I did years ago. And very much so because I remember one of the things, like, how do I put this? So, like, one of the pictures I drew, I'm not gonna, it's somewhere, it's basically a picture that I drew, like, just kind of like experimenting back in 2016, and oh, what's this? I didn't know the audio changed. Oh, I just canceled the music. I know. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that's a thing. So inside the bubble is, or near it, is the music. That is... I never knew that was the thing. I actually did not know. I'm serious. I didn't even know that was the thing. Anyways, yeah, FNAF phase. Yeah. But anyways, like, I've been thinking about the old fan art I made, related to FNAF, and I'm technically making FNAF fan art right now, but it's related to one of the fan games, which is part of the Fazbear in... What's it called again? I don't know, because I wasn't in, like, I didn't really, like, look into too much, like, for at least, like, one whole year. Like, I missed a lot of things. Well, more than a year, but you know what I mean. But, like, the Fazbear Initiative, which is, like, at least, like, for creators, like, getting permission to commercial their fan works, I think. basically, I'm making fan art related to one of them. And that will be shown pretty soon, once I actually get back to drawing it. Which might be tomorrow, because I don't have any plans to play games on stream tomorrow. And by tomorrow, I mean February 4th. Just in case, because this is, yeah, recording. Well, recording for the future. Anyways, like, I'm just, like, thinking, like, I think, like, in terms of FNAF fan art, the last time I made any was at least, like, 2016, I think. Or, I had to check the dates of my posts, but, like, my, like, files for the fan art. But I think it's at least, like, 2016 or early 2017. And I kind of don't want to, like, one picture, it's not, like, bad or anything, because obviously it was 2016 when I made it, and obviously I had the brain to not, you know, draw anything bad, but it's like, it was still, like, me experimenting a style, or, like, something, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to look at this again. It was, like, my first attempt at something, like something, like, whatever I had in mind back then, and it was like, I don't want to look at it again. It exists, it's somewhere on my Tumblr, I just don't want to look at it again. Oh yeah, the thing is, when I did share it, I didn't tag the post, so that's why no one would find it. Yeah, I think 2016 was the last time I drew any FNAF fan art. Because I think, because in 2017, that's when I started making my own characters and going from there. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, oh, I've been fighting the wrong enemies this whole time. Oops. Of course. A bit of a habit, because before the quest, how the quests are done here was changed, it used to be those enemies. Oops! I fought the wrong enemy for literally 10 minutes. That's embarrassing. There you go, we're finally getting the drops. I was like wondering why this quest was taking so long. But anyways, yeah, so I made FNAF fan art in the past. I think, yeah, okay, I deactivated my old DeviantArt because I wanted to back then. But I have, like, there was one picture that I made that actually got pretty popular. Even though I kind of didn't look at a reference properly, or like came up with the ideas very well. Because when I drew it, I didn't really realize some details, initially. Okay, the thing is, I made, again, speed paint still exists on my channel. It just has no audio because of copyright. But, get rid of this enemy real quick. I don't quite understand this buff. I mean, I could read the description, but I'm lazy right now. Anyway, so, like, yeah, one of the first FNAF fan art I made, like, oh, yeah, the link doesn't obviously exist anymore because I removed the, yeah, so basically, Yeah, it was like one of the first ones I made, and it is a personification fan art. But again, I didn't really look at a reference properly, and I'm not too proud of it, like, after, like, a while, back then. And, like, thinking back on what it looked like, definitely, I'm just like, yeah, I should totally, like, redraw it eventually. Or, like, do, like, a brand new picture. But it would be, obviously, the classic, animatronics personified. Because it was, I didn't make the fan art before FNAF 2 existed, so. Actually, before anything related to FNAF 2, actually. Yeah, okay, basically I shared it both on my Tumblr and my old DeviantArt before I deactivated that one. So, yeah. So, if anyone, so, yeah. I do know that people have shared it all over the internet, but, for that particular picture, I don't care much anymore. But I will be mad if people are selling it for you know what. Which I'm not gonna say because I'm going to go on a rant about it if I do. And I'm not in the mood to rant, so we're not gonna do that. Yeah, we're just gonna think about something else instead. So anyway, yeah, my very first picture, like, it was, like, of FNAF fan art. I'm like, I'm not too proud of it anymore. It's still on my Tumblr. It's somewhere. Like, all my FNAF fan art is on Tumblr. If you look back in time to when I, obviously drew it all. Yeah. And also, okay. Technically, I have looked at some of my old fan art. Randomly while I was just trying to look at how I originally tried to make personification designs of, like, other characters. And, oh yeah, and also the reason I initially drew them as humans is because I literally cannot draw them as animatronics. I am literally incapable of drawing them as animatronics. So that's why I stuck with, like, you know, drawing them as humans. Because it's literally the only way I can, like, draw them. And, what else? What else? Oh yeah, and another thing, I have read a lot of fan fictions. Oh yeah, that's something recent, like after I got back into my phase a bit. Oh yeah, and to kind of also clarify, I've been away from FNAF content since, like, I've watched, Help Wanted. Like, people play, FNAF Help. The VR game, Help Wanted. I can't say that for some reason. My mouth is, like, incapable of doing so. But yeah, it's like, sometime after I've seen that game was when I kind of, like, left my phase behind and be like, okay, time for something else. Yeah. Like, I didn't really think too much of the Fazbear Frights when those started coming out as well. And, unfortunately, I didn't see the DLC, for that VR game, which also has a flat mode version. I should have seen that. I didn't, unfortunately. But yeah. Oh my god, I still remember. So, like, obviously obviously the security breach trailers we got. I've only seen 2 of them when they came out. I've only the ones during the PlayStation events, State of Play, and... Okay, the first one was during the PS5 event, But like the other one with the PlayStation thingy was the release date, I think. That was during a state of play. Oh my god, I can't get over when I did see that first trailer. Like during the PlayStation 5 end. Because when I saw the trailer, I didn't even realize it was FNAF until the Freddy statue in the main area kind of was like, you know, there. Like, that, for me, that part was like, oh, it's FNAF. I didn't, it didn't click until that. Okay, let me do this quickly. Whoops. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's go back for now. I need to clear my inventory real quick. Oh, I should do this. There we go. Okay, anyways. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so when like the security breach trailers came out. For me, I've only seen 2 of them, the ones during the PlayStation related like stuff going on. And yeah, like during the PlayStation 1. So I remember seeing the one, it was during the PlayStation 5, like one of the PlayStation 5 events, before the launch. I don't remember when that was, but basically I remember like they had the trailer for it there. I think it was the first trailer. And for me, when I saw it, I didn't even realize it was FNAF. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, I can't talk. But basically, as you all know, obviously a YouTuber, named Daco, like his reaction to that trailer was like insane. Like because like I recognized FNAF immediately by the cardboard cutout of I think Monty, yeah. But for me, like I didn't even know these new characters at all because I wasn't like too into like FNAF as much like at the time. So like what made me realize it was like this was FNAF was the statue. I was like, oh my god. I remember when I saw that trailer, I was like, no way. I didn't realize it was FNAF until the statue. Of course, I was so confused as I literally was like, yeah, not in like my FNAF phase at all. Okay, we're gonna stay in this area for a bit. On the grind. Actually, let's go back real quick. But yeah. And that's the thing I remember. Also, I'm fixing my mic. That's a little closer because I feel like I have to pronounce my words more better. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, the moon... Is it Moon Ridge? I gotta make sure. Arcane... Yeah, Moon Bridge. Yeah. So, I'll be doing that as a separate stream. recording. Something, okay, okay, the thing is, I never once played a FNAF game, because I'm always so scared, but, like, when I was, like, looking at, obviously after watching, like, playthroughs of Security Breach and stuff, it's partially tempting me to play it myself, but then there's these endoskeletons with the Weeping Angels mechanic, and I'm like, no thanks. I'm like, no. I was like, I don't think I will be able to handle that. My poor heart. I gotta watch more playthroughs again because I wanna watch the game again. It's been a while. I haven't because I started reading some fan fictions again, and one of them is Security. Oh yeah, that's another thing I want to talk about a little bit. I mean, I know a lot of you probably don't care too much about like the fan fiction, but like the one I'm reading is actually pretty good, and it's actually quite popular on the website it's on. Okay, the person posts on 2 different fan fiction related websites, but I read it on one because the other one has a weird filter system and I can't deal with it. So yeah, that's why and it's actually pretty good. It's Security Breach related. And the story, the first 20 chapters is actually of the game's story, just different. And also it's reminding me that I wish in the actual Security Breach game there was an option to like not decommission Freddy's friends, like the others. Because like when that was like the only choice, I was genuinely upset because I was like, oh no, I don't want this to happen to them. I was so sad. Yeah. So I like how that fanfiction goes in that kind of ending direction where, so basically, wow, I took my time reading it, so some details kind of escape me now. Basically, it's a combination of the how do I put this? The 2-star Afton ending and the 3-star Golden ending. It's a combination of both of those, plus the animatronics not being, decommissioned. So, I like that. There's more layers to it, but I don't want to go too much into details. I'll just say, how do I put this? There's a lot to it. Man, I don't want to say too much about it because I don't want to, like, mention what it is. You know, just in case, like, I can't talk. It's really hard to talk about fan fiction. That's why. It's nothing like bad. It's T-rated, thankfully, and because I don't really read M-rated fan fiction, unless it's actually like, like supposed to be like blood description like stuff. I don't know. I don't like M-rated fan fiction that's like very Anyways, like for like it's a T-rated story and it's pretty good. And it's still ongoing, and based on from what I've seen, like from what I know that the writer wants to add like certain like additional things to their story, it will definitely be a while before the ending, or before they conclude the whole thing. Basically, the first 20 chapters of their story is basically the game but different. And then everything after that is more just like a lot of other things going on and kind of filling in like the holes of their of many other things as well. I don't know how to explain it. Basically, it's kind of mixing in with like theories people have and just like like, of, like, relate to some other things. One of them being, like, you know... Like, you know in, like, Security Breach, like, obviously, a Glamrock Bonnie definitely existed before the events of the game, but obviously, you know. So, however, they have yet to get to that particular, idea, like, for their, like, fanfiction, so... But I am curious about, like, what they think, because after, like, watching one video, there's, like, 3 different ways you could interpret what possibly happened. And it's, like, it's hard to explain because I usually talk about this on an art stream instead. But, like, it's interesting how, like, the theory, like, from watching one video, I think it could go 3 ways. Like, this one character did do it deliberately. 2 is they did do it. However, it was because of Glitch Trap. Like, Glitch Trap's influence was what caused them to, you know, decommission Bonnie. Or theory 3, it's a complete frame. Like, oh, like, you see the evidence, yes, but what if he was just framed for it? And for me personally, I'm believing, for me personally, I sort of believe, the second one, where he did do it, but it wasn't of his own free will. It was because of Glitch Trap, controlling. Like, making him, like, do it. Like, decommission Bonnie. Does that make sense? Like, that's the theory I'm going with. Because thanks to, like, seeing some comments in that video, like, people pointing out, like, certain other details, I'm like, that is possible. Oh, we're level 199. One more level to go, guys. This is gonna be the entire stream at this point. Oh, I gotta be careful. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. My HP. So, yeah. I'm also, yeah, in that fanfiction, I'm curious about, like, what kind of, like, what theory they believe, like, exactly. Like, is it straightforward, or it's a little more complicated than that kind of thing? Like, you know, as I mentioned, like, was it Glitch Trap's influence that caused it? Like, caused, you know, them to decommission Bonnie? Who knows? It would kind of add up, like, considering the one ending, and it's like, how would, like, because, you know, the recharge station only works with the newer endoskeletons. Like, the characters, the animatronics with the newer endoskeletons, so it does seem more possible. Like, has more of a case to it. Anyways, I don't want to think about it too much. Like, let's just wait until we know what the Security Breach DLC is. Because a lot of people are, like, guessing, like, the DLC could be about, like, Glamrock Bonnie, or it could be about, like, something else completely different. No one knows. As of February 3rd, so... Oh yeah, and speaking of which, actually, no, I'll mention it during my stream tomorrow. I was gonna say something else, but I'm like, it's gonna not age well if I say it now. Since there's gonna be a live stream that I'll watch at literally 7 in the morning tomorrow. I had to wake up so early again just to watch it. I know I can watch it later, but people are gonna spam Twitter with it, and I'm like, I'd just rather wake up super early than deal with that. Anyways, that's what I was saying. So yeah, I read this fanfiction. I'm not gonna say the name of it because just in case, because the genres, I will say this now, the genres are adventure and romance. There is an original character in the story. And yeah, I don't want to like mention too much about it because I think some of you will probably like be like, so I won't like mention just in case. like the title of it. I'll say I'm enjoying it so much. I did kind of make it a rule to myself that, like, if I read any fanfictions that kind of go into a very weird direction, I stop reading it immediately. I'm also realizing I'm fighting the wrong enemy again, by the way, as I didn't get a single drop in the past 5 minutes again. But yeah, I'm enjoying this one fanfiction. I love one of the chapters because, like, one of the characters in the story, in the fanfiction, like, was like caught on to, like, these two characters kind of having, like, you know, a mutual interest in each other. And I think in one, I don't know which chapter it was somewhere between 25 and 30. Was it a little after 30? I don't know. Where it's like, where I kind of interpreted as, like, she was just like, okay, that's it. I need to start making them realize something that, like, realize their feelings. It was amazing. The writing was so beautiful. And also, that's the thing. I think it's the writer's first time making a story, I think, based on one of their author notes. And I'm like, for a first story, this is really impressive writing. I'm not kidding. It really is good writing. And also, thanks to the story, I've learned a few British terms that I never heard before. Which I think will actually be quite useful for me because in my own project that I'm working on, which is not related to any series I'm a fan of, like my own personal project that I'm doing, one of my characters is British. And obviously not the only character who has like has a different nationality. And I have to learn a lot. So I take any bits of information as I can. So yeah. Oh, right. Anyways, so yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the fanfiction anymore now. Okay, that'll be enough. The point being, it's really good, but it's tricky to recommend it because I know some people probably aren't a fan of reading fanfiction. Especially like romance genre usually. I'm not like so much, but it's not everyone's preference, is what I'm saying. Especially since it's FNAF related. So. Yeah. Anyways, the point being, it's a really good one, and like, honestly, when I like saw the fanfiction on the website, I was like, I was just, I looked at it, I didn't initially want to read it at first, but then I kind of got bored, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna read this. Let's see how it is. And it turned out to be really good, so, yeah. Anyways, that's enough talking about fanfiction. Although I will say this one thing. FNAF and, like, at least one other series are the only series that I'm okay with, like, reading fanfictions, that are, like, you know, yeah. The one time I'm okay with, like, reading fanfictions, because I don't read ones, how do I put this into words? Like, for anime and stuff, I don't really read fanfictions, like, if it's anime related or anything, so, if that makes sense. Like, if it's a video game and it has, like, a lot of potential for, like, you know, people to make stories within, like, that's okay. But if it's, like, something where it's, like, already pretty much scripted, like, more, like, or, you know, like, I don't know how to put it into words, but basically it's like I prefer fanfictions for like mostly video games over like something like anime. So and my throat. I don't have the teleporty thing anymore. No. Yeah. Okay, just trying to get this quickly. Okay, anyways. Oh, I have to walk all the way back. Anyways, enough talk about fanfictions and all that stuff. Another thing that I kind of want to bring up Fazbear Frights again. You know, like the anthology series, FNAF related, obviously. Okay, again, I did talk a lot about it. Yeah, I talked a lot about it, but okay, so one thing I've been thinking about is, okay. To point out, I did not read all the stories, especially since I don't have the books. All the books, obviously. I mean, I mostly read some of them off, like, the wiki, like the summaries, so that's kind of like the extent of my knowledge on the stories. Although I did buy at least like 2 of the books to read the stories. So, yeah. And, oh my gosh. I am not over book 5. No matter how many times I try to forget it. Book 5, the one story in it, haunts me forever. It really does. I am not kidding. And for context, so basically, book 5 is Buddy Call. Well, that's the first story. That's not what I'm talking about. So basically, book 5 of Fazbear's Fright is called Bunny Call. Obviously, the first story is Bunny Call, then you have 2 other stories in it, just like every other book in the series has 3 stories, plus the epilogue, except for technically book 12? Book 12's a weird case, because it's scrap stories, so. Book 5 was interesting. So basically, here's the story of how, okay, so there's the second story of book 5 is called In the Flesh. And here's a little bit of a story with that one, like how I ended up like discovering it. So I was just reading through like the scrap stories, like the official summaries of the stories, because apparently they were like people read them early. I don't know how, but basically I was reading through the second story in book 12, like the summary off the wiki. I'm pretty sure the links are still in the wiki. Yeah, they are. I did check before. Like I was reading the summary off the wiki for the second story, which is called The Scoop. Okay, I think the book is technically released now, so I could talk about it a little bit. And basically, it's a story where it's meta, where FNAF in the story is a video game series. And yeah, that's what meta means. Yeah. And so I read it. I read the summary, and I was like, okay. I kind of just skimmed through it initially. I actually read it, like, recently, because I was curious about, like, the writing. I mean, like, what it was actually about, not the writing. If I was curious about the writing, I would have actually read the story by now. But, anyways, so... Yeah, so I was like, I kind of skimmed through it a little bit and then kind of skipped to the trivia. And the trivia of that story said it was the second story to have, like, FNAF appear as meta, where it's like, it's a video game in universe. Like, video game series in universe. Just like real life. And it mentioned that the first story that kind of did this, well, not kind of, it did, that did this was In the Flesh. And I clicked it out of curiosity because I'm like, ooh, so meta. That's why I read the summary initially. Started reading it. So basically, I clicked on the link to the wiki page and I read it. And yeah, I just started reading it. I was like, huh, interesting. But then I kept reading. And then it got to, okay, please, game. And then I got to a certain part of the thing, which was basically the second half of the summary. I read it and was like, what the? And yeah, I was like, what? Why? There was so many emotions going through my head that I was like, what did I just read? And out of curiosity, I found out that Dako did make a video talking about the story. I watched that because I obviously didn't have the book. And because I was aware after reading the wiki, I was like, this is nice. The comments were interesting. Oh yeah, and also like about like a week ago, I actually went back to the video to read the comments again because I was like, what were people saying about this? I kind of forgot. Also, here's the thing, guys. I actually got book 5. And I did read all the stories in that one. And yes, I did read them all. When I read that one, the In the Flesh one, I was like, oh my goodness, why does this exist? I'm just constantly like, why does this story specifically exist? It's so random. I mean, I get it that, like, as people put it, there's like tiny bits of symbolism, like, parallel to, like, events of the, to, like, the game continuity timeline thing, but at the same time, like, there's a parallel, but even with that, it's still a weird story. Seriously, it's so weird that, like, no one can talk about book 5 without bringing it up. It's like, oh my gosh. And also, another thing, speaking of which, Vesper Frights is getting graphic novel adaptations. But the thing is, I don't know if the announcement post was saying, oh, only some of the stories are getting adaptation, or it means that, oh, all of them are getting adapted, but we're changing the order. I don't know what meaning it was, but if they're not doing all the stories, I am, like, in this situation that they're probably not doing them all, I'm like, oh, please do not adapt In the Flesh as in the graphic novel. Please do not adapt that story. I'm like, now I'm like constantly thinking about it. I'm like, please don't do that. The thing is, I was like indifferent about like whether they would do it or not. Like the possibility in the future, whenever, you know, we actually know if they'll get a graphic novel adaptation, 100%. Because for me, I was just like, it'd be interesting. But then recently, I thought about it even more, and I'm like, you know what? They should really not do it. They should really not make an adaptation. A graphic novel adaptation of that story. They should not. They really should not. Yeah, I was just immediately like, please don't make one. It'll definitely be a while because at the moment, obviously it takes time to make graphic novels, so. We're not gonna be seeing it for a good while. I'm gonna skip this portal. But yeah. Yeah, with a lot more thought put into it, I'm just like, please do not adapt that story in the graphic novel. I don't... It's more like... If you think about it, considering what the story is, whoever the artist will be will have to draw what happens to that character. And I'm like, oh dear. That would not be fun. Like, that would be an interesting situation. Like, in the sense that, like, think about it. Like, the artist will have to draw that. I'm not gonna say it, but you know what I mean. Like, the artist will have to draw that. And I fear that they're gonna be known for drawing that. But yeah, like, I fear that, like, if whoever the artist will be for that story, if it gets an adaptation, a graphic novel adaptation. I keep saying that because it's, they're graphic novels, not, like, so. You know what, I think I'm at a point where I'm just gonna level grind. Okay, gonna do that. Please, game. Okay, I'm just gonna level grind. Anyways, like, but like, if In the Flesh does get a graphic novel adaptation, if the post meant that, like, oh, only some of the stories will get adaptations, I'm not sure what it means. But if that's what it means, then I'm like, oh dear. Hopefully that one story doesn't get adaptation. Because whoever the artist will be, I fear that they will be known for making the art for that story. For like the rest of their lives. By FNAF fans. And I'm like, oh dear. And here's the thing. If it actually does get a graphic novel adaptation, part of me wants to see what it's like, how it looks. Because I have a feeling that if it does get one, people are going to spam the tag with the panels. For a good reason. Okay, it's hard to say for a good reason, but like, as in like, they'll share it like, guys, you have to see that this is actually a story. Okay. There you go. But like, seriously, if any of you know what the story In the Flesh is, like from the Fazbear Frights, you'll know exactly what I mean. It is the weirdest thing. How I put it into words is, it's disturbingly weird. And strangely, it's strangely not a bad story. In terms of like writing. Like that I would rate it like 7.5 out of 10 or something. But still, it's so weird. Why does it exist? And also I love people's stories where they try to explain like that story to a friend or something. And it's like, how does one explain this story? Gosh, I think the part that I can't get over with is before I even read the summary out the wiki. Because Because before I read what the summary was off the wiki, my brain was like, is this like sister location or something? Because like Ennard, you know what happens. Like Ennard like steals Michael's identity essentially for like a time. Like I thought that was what the title meant. Was like alluding to. It was not. It really was not. It was something else completely different. And I was like, oh. Oh. Yeah. It was a time. It was very interesting. Interesting revelation. So yeah. Keep forgetting out the skill. Oh, that was kind of wasted. But yeah, that's something. I got my foot. Ah, my foot's paralyzed. I'm sitting on it for like so long. God, this story is so strange. I don't want to think about it. I'm thankful that I didn't think about it for days, but then I saw some posts on Tumblr and people had to remind me it exists, and I'm like, great. When I finally forgot it, well, I didn't really forget, I just finally found a reason to not a reason, found a way to stop. So, it's hard to say reason. It's more like, whenever I read something weird or something that just, you know, like, it gets stuck in my head for days. So it's literally been stuck in my head for literally 3 weeks. Or was it 2? Either 2 or 3 weeks. Basically, it was stuck in my head for that long. And I was like, oh no, please let me forget it just once. Yeah, so that happened. Oh my, I almost lost all my HP. That was terrifying. So yeah, that one story, so interesting. Why is it forever stuck in my head? I don't know. I wish to not know. Yeah. Anyways, what else? I didn't know what else to talk about. I guess I could talk about the other Vesper Fright stories. Like another one. Oh yeah, that's the thing. I forgot to briefly mention. So yeah, I'm not gonna describe the ending, but I will point out that like obviously a lot of people like it actually scares them considering like the specific injury the character sustains. For me, like it's weird. Like probably because I'm writing something similar in one of my stories, like injury-wise, not like what's going on in this situation. Like, I'm not too scared by it, like from reading the story myself. Because a different Vesper Fright story, which is called Room for One More. That alone is a messed up story. That one in particular was so disturbing to me. You would not believe it. It was so disturbing. Because the mini Renas in that story haunt me. Like, that story in particular actually disturbs and scares me so much. To the point that I was protecting my neck for like a whole hour after I read that story. Because I was like, no, no. It was so disturbing. But it was so disturbing. And also, like, the thing is, I am collecting some of the books, but not all of them for a good reason. And, I was thinking about only getting the first 7, which means buying 7 books. However, when when I watched Daka's video of it, like, the first time, I didn't really watch it completely. I tried to watch it again the second time, but then when he started talking about, like, one part of the story, like, the beginning of what was basically the mini Rena's doing that you find out later. And because I knew that, and when he was talking about that part, I was like, I stopped the video. Because the story was, it was such a, like, he was describing, like, the details. And I'm like, it actually made me sick because I was like, oh gosh, no. So basically, from that point onward, I decided, no, I will not buy book 3. I will not buy it. No. Yeah, I decided I will not buy that book because I just got scarred a little bit from that story. And I'm level 200. Give me a second. Okay, don't accept quests yet. You have to get out. Out. Get out. Oh, first let's go do this Maple Legion, Legion thing real quick, so I could get the coins to stop notifying me that it's maxed out. Uh-oh. Oh, I had to be on here. Oh, never mind. It'll be notifying me for the rest of the day. However... you have a quest. Let us do this, and I'll also do 5th job on stream as well. And probably just grind the EXP into the things while I do that. Anyways. Oh boy, it's been a while since I read, so I apologize if I don't get her voice right on the mark. So I apologize. Okay, there's sound effects. I feel like all these adventures have really brought me and the land spirits a lot closer together. Huh? Wait a second. The bell's energy feels different now. There's something strange about the bell's energy. Nothing. I can see the memories of someone in pain. What's going on? Is it trying to show me something? I can't feel anything anymore. Did you really think somebody would come along and make it ring? I don't. We may have won the battle, but we've doomed ourselves. If being human means caring for others, then I'm no longer human. Don't think like that. We can do it. We can. Your eyes have changed color. The corruption has spread to you. You see, we are doomed. The bell will never ring. Our despair will drag it down forever. But if one day someone who could ring the bell does appear, they'll have to prove they're worthy of our faith. Oh. Someone has broken a promise. That presence feels holy. Who could it be? Step aside. This is not a power you can withstand. Wait! I have to tell you something. And what is it? Is that? I rang this bell. Just a little. But I know I heard it. You, in the shadows. I don't know what happened to make you suffer so much. but I will save you. So please, believe in me. Face. R. Enough. You fool! What were you thinking? Those souls were engulfed in wrath. The bell's power can go sideways, just like that. One wrong move, and that power would have consumed you as well. I'm sorry, but who are you? Me? Who am I? Why? I am but a simple wanderer who is merely passing through. Wow! It's been some time since I've used that line. Rather dated now, I suppose. I come from the realm of the sages. Now, as to you, why would you do something so reckless? They talked to me, and they sounded so sad. Sad? And hurting. I could hear it all. I couldn't just ignore them. I see. That must be why the bell responded to you in particular. You sound like you know all about the bell. Who made it? Do you know? Please tell me. According to legend, they were known as the Sinners. Sinners? I think the sanctuary writings said something about them. Yes, they committed a terrible crime and were imprisoned within the realm of the sages. What did they do? And who imprisoned them? They imprisoned themselves for the crime of forsaking their humanity. The bell is their only chance for redemption. But some of them have lost hope after all this time. Hope. The spell. If I can help bring hope to people who need it, then that's what I want to do. I want to thank them for holding on and show them that it's going to be okay. Oh. What is it? The bell, it's warm. Good heavens, you're just as incorrigible as my pupil. Who's your pupil? I'd love to meet them. He's a wanderer as well. I'm sure you'll cross paths soon enough. Just thinking about all the trouble you two will get into is already giving me a headache. Now, I must take my leave. You may keep custody of the bell. Wait, will I see you again? I believe we will. Once you've gained a bit more skill with the bell, that is. Oh, this is sure to cause an uproar back home. So much for non-interference. Though truly, there's plenty of blame to go around. Those old codgers. That scared me. You learned the elusive spell skill. Oh gosh. The duplicating noise. There. Oh boy, that scared me. Well, that was the quest. Is that it? Nope, not in progress. Yeah, so Lara. Yeah, that's that ship. Yeah, that's it. Oh. Oh god. Part of me was thinking there would be voice acting, but guess not. And that was it. Quest. Oh, yeah. Almost to 250 on one character. Anyways, I will do this. Okay, the dialogue is more or less the same. I've done this a few times now. I just realized what I had to do for this. No. I just realized. Well, time to... Oh, I had to get Star Force like 100 or something. And that sucks because I don't have enough for that. Alright, we're at level 200 now. Let's do this before we forget. Force support. Yes, please. Yes, yes, yes. 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 Oh, there we go. Before I forgot. Okay, mount we got. We got so many of these. At their level. Oh gosh, we have so many spirits. What is the thing? Here I came. Wait, no. Wait, does it not give me Star Force? Okay. Oh, it doesn't. No, I have to actually find... Oh, wow, I really don't have anything. I had to figure things out. I don't like this part of the quest. It's like I have to figure things out. Why is this so... Okay. Well, we're gonna be here for a while if I have to do this on stream. Okay. So, what to do? Like, talk about why I figured this out. Okay, so I guess I could keep talking about the Fazbear Fright stuff. So yeah, book 3, story 2, which is called Room for One More. That one was so disturbing, and I am not joking. It is probably like the most like among the stories, I think that's easily one of the most disturbing to me because of how it ends, like how it all like, you know, happens. Like, I really don't like it. It was like, makes me not want to get the book even more. Oh, come on, stop failing. This is like Cookie Run System. Oh my gosh. It's Cookie Run System all over again. Anyways, I hope I have enough from these items to do this. I'm a little worried that I don't, and I do have to switch through my characters. $61. Anyways, so I know I already talked a lot about like Fazbear Frights enough as it is, but I like to keep talking about it a little bit, so, you know. What else to talk about with it? I don't know. I'm trying to think, but at the same time I can't. So, I'm just sitting here awkwardly. Oh yeah. Actually, never mind. Oh my god. I really don't want to keep bringing up this one story so much every single time I talk about it. Because, you know, obvious reasons, but, God, I hate how I got this story stuck in my head again. The one with the disturbingly weird story. I got it stuck in my head again. Yeah. I am... Oh my gosh. If it gets a graphic novel adaptation, I'm just gonna lose it because it's like, okay. Come on. Gosh. I'll just do this. Oh, it failed on. It failed at 9. It failed at 5%. What if? Oh my gosh! If when it fails at like when you have a 5% chance of failure, and you fail it, it hurts so much. Because it's like, of all the luck in the world, you get the worst kind. Anyways, I don't want to think about this one story anymore. Let's try to not think about it for the rest of my days. Yeah. And then I remind myself that, these guys are definitely gonna make... These people, 2 people, are definitely going to be making a song. Well, the thing is, I know they're making songs for all the Fazbear Fright stories, and I'm like, cool, that includes that one story. And I'm like, oh. Because they will have to actually... They will actually have to make a song for that one. And I'm like, a little worried as to what's gonna be the song. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be like is the thing. Like, and I'm like, oh dear. I'm curious, but at the same time, I'm also like, right. I don't have much to upgrade, because I need one more. Okay, let's try to do something. Let's go back. Let's go somewhere. I hate how this one quest requires 100 Star Force. Like, why? Why does it need this much? It doesn't need that much. I gotta change the requirement to like 50. Save my life. Do I have anything that's good? No, I unfortunately do not. I unfortunately do not. That actually kind of sucks. Give me a second. Try something. Let's go to the auction house in the game. I'm gonna show you guys because the window will change, so. How do I search thing? I'll take these. Okay, there we go. I got something. And the game still tells me. So I got these. It's better than nothing right now. We're just gonna use them for the time being as I upgrade a bit. I'll just use this so I feel faster. I just need the requirement for the quest. It's fine. I could build this character later. Anyway, so what else to talk about? I have no idea what else to talk about. I'm trying to think of something, but I can't come up with anything or figure out. So yeah, we're just gonna be sitting in sort of silence instead. Oh, come on, don't fail on me. Just need one more, which we could just put on this one. God, I miss hearing Maplestory music. It's been so long. Well, not really long. I mean, I play like some of the things on streams, so. Yay, we're done. We did it, guys. Oh, dear. My mesas. Oh, I have so many of these little followers on. Okay. Yay, we did it! I hate this part of the 5th job quest. It's like, why? Why you do this to me, game? Oh, I'm gonna hate the part in the dark tree or something. Dark world tree. Because that one, like, Lara is a very squishy, like, character. Means, like, you know, when you get hit by an enemy, you lose a lot of HP. So that's why I say squishy, because that's... Yeah. Oops, I did not mean to press that. How do I leave? Where do I go? Okay, I guess this is the quickest way. Oh, let's do it first. Oh, it's not here. It's here. Let's do this one first. It's the most painful. Basically, this one, you have to go up to the tree and find this portal again and go into it. And also, don't die. Don't lose all your HP in the game. And, yeah, I don't like this one. Test. Find a portal somewhere near the top in less than 5 minutes. So basically, in any of these particular maps, like these 3. I hate this because these enemies that don't let you use your potions will attack you. Please. And, of course, given obvious reasons, the character's very squishy. Don't get hit by those. No. Hate this. Okay, we're almost at the top part. I hate this one even more. Yeah, see what I mean? My HP. No. No. Ah! I'm gonna die. So the portal is somewhere around here. That's the thing. Please, please. No! Ah! I'm gonna die. Yup. It's like somewhere here is the portal. Seriously, I hate this. Like, Lara is so squishy. Here it is. Oh, get in, get in, get in. There we go. You see what I mean? She's so squishy. Look at it. You saw all the HP drain. Oh, we're safe, we're safe, we're safe, we're safe. Okay, get out, get out, get out. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, chaos averted. Oh, I can't trade these. Okay, the next one's here. It's simple, and sweet. So thankfully, it's not too chaotic. Okay. Oh, I had to go. Let me check something. What's part of this one thing? Two 5, 2 10, 2 15. Oh, it's something really special. It's kind of sad that there's no like permanent outfit, like, you know, the previous characters. Okay, so let's see what the unique dialogue here pieces. Okay, what is that? Oh yeah, this is different for like most of the characters. So, what is it that you cherish the most in this world? Is by calling to ring the bell, or I want to help all the people I met. I'll pick the bottom one. In all my traveling with the land spirits, so many people have put their faith in me. I want to keep this world safe. To thank everyone for believing in me. Let's see. An easy answer, and it's just the same. Okay, pass the test. Just wanted to read the unique dialogue there. At my throat. My voice. Oh yeah, I just realized why my throat was all bleh today. It's because I kind of ate the snack before this, so my throat's just like all ick. somewhere. Oh yeah. Wait, I passed it. And this one is like fight Magnus, and thankfully I don't have to fight the normal version of the boss. Because otherwise that would really suck. You know what's even worse about the 5th job? Is that before it was updated a bit, like you couldn't get 5th job until you get all the stones, the arcane stones that you're getting here. Like, you couldn't get your 5th job advancement until you max those out, and there's like an 8-hour cooldown or something. And it was the worst. Because I got so lazy with doing the 5th job advancement for my character that it definitely took months before I actually did it. Because I was so lazy because of that stupid requirement. So I didn't realize this was a thing. Rule number 1, probably check in with the NPC before you literally leave the area. So they did change it. Okay, they did change it. I had no idea they did. This is why you probably should check with the NPC before you do this. I mean, I did it normally, so I guess that's points. The area is still the same. No. There you go. Okay, that was very embarrassing. How I didn't realize I could have talked to the NPC again and it would have given me the quest. Okay. Anyways, we have done it. We have done our 5th job advancement. Oh dear. Ooh. Oh boy. Obviously, we put these specific skills immediately on our bar. Oh dear. Take a bit of reading. Okay, so let's go sit through this for a few minutes. Anyways, that was a bit of a struggle, but we did it. We at least got through it. It's fine. And I'm also hungry. Okay. Figure out what kind of things I would want like this, but I need to figure out which ones are useful. Anyways, you know, the nice thing about it, even if they did update a quest like that, like the 5th job, make it a little simpler, it's still a pain to deal with the one in the Dark World Tree area, because I'm like, why? It really sucks for the very squishy characters. Yeah. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Oh boy. That's interesting. Let's put that here. So it's like mass spawning. I'll just leave this on there for now. Yeah, I need to go to Arcane River. Okay, this is the same quest, like... Vanishing Journey. Oh gosh. Nope. We've done that so a few times. Okay, I've done this already, like, at least a few times, so it's okay if I skip. Maybe eventually I'll actually record it as a separate video, but I don't know when that would be a good time. Oh wait, don't, not yet. Cancel that. There you go. Lock. There you go. Okay. Now let us do this thing. Okay. Now we're ready. Sorry that took a bit. What? I had to wait until I... Thing. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Oh, I'm done with the quest. Okay, leave. Okay, please. Give me. Also, I can't use these until, like, I finish the quest line. That is okay. Finally do this. And immediately this. Okay, let's just grind a little bit. I just want to break from all this. So anyways, I'm probably gonna spend the next few minutes doing this. Wait, what time is it? Oh. Yeah, I'll probably just be here for a few minutes and then wrap it up. Thanks to like this different keyboard, I could actually press like the other keys on the game now, like so much easier. Because the other keyboard I had it was like a laptop setup, so it was impossible to press the other keys. love that attack. That's so nice. Anyways, what else to talk about? I don't know. I think I mostly talk about everything that's on my mind. Yeah, I want to go back to talking about the fanfiction again, but again, I understand if not everyone is okay with like the topic of fanfictions, because I know it's not for everyone, and obviously it's sort of not for me, but it mostly depends on the series the fanfiction's related to. Like, I don't read ones that are anime, like from like related to animes, mangas, but I'm okay with video games that don't have too much of like a solidified linear story. So, and by that, like, okay, I think I was trying to explain that earlier, but it was really badly explained. But it's like a story where like there's so much interpretation, you know? Like that kind of story is okay, like to read for me to read fanfictions of, as long as it's not like too awkward for me. Like, it's interesting. It's like I can read anything that's not like, you know, M-rated activity. Let's say that. Anything that's not that, I'm okay with. So, yeah. Speaking of which, I kind of don't want to think about that. I will say, once upon a time, I read a fan fiction that was basically that years ago. Yes, it is M-rated. I'm not gonna tell you which series, or, you know, like, a fan fiction. I don't want to say too much details, but the point being, I read a very interesting fan fiction years ago. It was M-rated. And, yeah. I read it. And that's all I'm gonna say. It was an interesting experience to read it. And, obviously I've only read it once, duh. And, yeah, it's been stuck. When I read it, it was stuck in my head for an entire month. So, yeah. That happened. And ever since then, if I ever read M-rated fanfiction, I will never read anything that's, like, related to, M-rated activity ever again. Like, it's, like, I'm okay with M-rated, but not in that sense. It's like, it's more like, you know, like how stories could have, like, you know, the very, like, violent, bloody stuff going on. Like, that I'm okay with, like, reading of, because I can endure through reading a story like that. But for something else, I'm like, no thank you. Yeah. So yeah, just kind of want to point that out. I will never forget that I read that fanfiction for the rest of my life. It'll haunt me every single time I think about certain keywords. I don't want to talk about it, like, too much. I'm not going to say the name of it. I'm not going to tell you guys which series it's, you know, a fanfiction of. I'm not going to tell you any of that. Just leave it to your imagination. And also, for added context, I read this in 2016. That long ago. It's been... Okay, it hasn't been 6 years yet. I know the month I read it in. It was in June. I know that because, yeah. Because it was scarred in my memory so much that I remembered the exact month and year I read it on. Read it, yeah. I don't know, the day is irrelevant. yeah. Okay, I love that attack. It's so good. But yeah, so something I just randomly remember after all this time. There we go. Okay. That'll be all for today's stream. To summarize... Yeah, I hope my stream... I'll talk about it in, like, a different stream. Anyways, so basically today, I have finally leveled this character to level 200. After so long, because I got lazy. And... yeah. And saw the last quest in the story a bit. And... struggled to getting the 5th job advancement because I really hate the Star Force requirement in the thing. I really hate it. Why is this still 100 required to complete the quest? And what else? And just pretty much talked about a bunch of things. And well, that's mostly it, I think. So the next time I stream Maplestory, I will be doing the Moonbridge storyline, which is basically Tenebrous Part 1, because I finally got my main to level 245 after so long. So I will finally be able to do that quest. I'll finally be able to do it after all this time on my main. No idea when that's gonna happen. It'll be a while. And, yeah. It's either next week, the week of when February 8th is. That's not gonna be the day I'm streaming. It depends. But that's when I'll be doing the Moonbridge story. Either next week or anytime in the future, because I'm busy with classes and all that. And, yeah. Unfortunately, the next Let's Play I'll be doing won't happen for a while. So, yeah. At least until April, so... from here will probably be tons and tons of art streams, so... Unfortunately, there might not be many uploads for a while, unless there's something new in Genshin and Maplestory, so... yeah. And I think that's it. So anyway, thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all next time.